Good day, viewers. It's been 24 hours since I started my rock tumbler. My rocks have been tumbling away. I don't see any sign of any leakage in there, so it was sealed pretty good. Somebody told me I should be able to pull that off without taking that nut off, but I don't think so. Well, got it pushed down on there so tight it needs a little prying. We're going to pull it apart and just get a look. Now I know the project, the stones ain't done yet, but it said there would be some gas in there, so it gives me a chance to have a look and see what kind of progress we have made. It does look a little ballooned up. I have to listen real close. I'll pull it out. Well, if any came out, I couldn't tell it. Well, get a look at that. That water was clean when we put it in there. Let's get a paper towel and clean off a stone. Doesn't matter which one, I guess. Get a look at that one. Kind of hard to tell if we've made much progress, but I gotta say we did, but that water would be clear still. We've ground off some of the rock. Anyway, back to the grinder. Clean that off real good. Make sure our seat is clean. That little stop on there that's supposed to keep the drum from rubbing sure is cutting into that aluminum. A little oil on there wouldn't hurt a darn thing. Well, I bent that screw on top of it just a little bit. But we're back in the tumbling business. I'm not overly impressed with one day's worth of grinding. Good day, viewers. Walter here. Down here in the basement today. It's been 5 days. My rock tumbler's been running. We're going to take the rocks out from the rough course, rinse them off, see about changing to a different grit, and proceed on. In the meantime, this week I ordered, let me show you what I ordered. Alright, I sent over to Amazon.com at a place that ordered some plastic beads, little poly plastic. I got a feeling I bought them too small, but we're going to dump them in there for a filler on my rocks when we take them out. And this is ceramic beads. And you wouldn't know it, but this little bag of plastic beads and these ceramic beads cost Pwalpar 28 bucks. So my new hobby is not exactly inexpensive. It's getting started. but I think you can reuse these booger bears. So we got them anyway. I'm going to transfer them to these jars. In fact, I'll stop the camera and do that right now. Alright, I got my plastic beads in this jar, all except for about 200 or 300 of them. They're bouncing around here on the floor somewhere. And I got all my ceramic beads in this jar here. So we got that ready to go. Now let's open the tumbler, canister, whatever you want to call it. I want to bet them rocks are smaller after 5 days in the rotator. Ain't that some pretty stuff? Alright, I dug around and found an old colander, strainer, I don't know what it is. I might should have asked permission to use it, but I didn't. Let's check out our rocks. Got some thorough rinsing to do to get that booger bear cleaned out. What we're going to do here, put on some paper towels. It's after dark and I don't want to go outside to use the garden hose to rinse these, but you can't dump this stuff down the drain, I'm told. So let's just put this slurry in a jar. I'll let those drip dry. We'll see about disposing of that after a while. See my grit stuff down in there. Here we go. Let's check out the rocks. I'm making a mess, Walter. This was just the rough ground. Ooh. They're looking pretty already. You gotta figure these were only just plain rocks. That's got a lot of marbling to it. That's gonna be a pretty stone. This one here almost looks pink to me. That's gonna be a beautiful stone there. And some of these white ones are looking right shiny too. We'll rinse them off better. I'm told you shouldn't leave any of that chemical, one of those abrasives in there. You gotta rinse it off good. We'll stop the camera. I'll rinse and clean these, and then we'll see about getting them restarted with the next set of grit. And we're gonna use beads and ceramic beads for a filler. I'll probably sort out some of these that don't look too good. But the more I look at it, I like every one of these rocks. See if we can find a pretty one to show you. When we get to the fine polishing, that's going to polish up nice. Too bad I ain't got real gemstones in here. But it's a learning curve. We gotta look at that. That's an awesome looking rock. Like a hunk of caramel. All right, check out the marbling in that one. Some of those stones are going to be downright nice. All right, let's go with about that many of them. And a little bit of them. Okay, them plastic beads are floating. My little plastic beads are turning into a headache. Stuck all up on the lip where I need to seal this thing. All right. Make sure the edges are clean. All right, it's for the little plastic bearings in there on them shafts. The oil is all black, so that leads me to believe the little bearings are wearing out. Probably get maybe half a dozen tumbles out of this before that thing is wore out. Lost the top off my 3-in-1 oil. What'd you do with it, Walter? Maybe that wire nut will fit. Nope. It'll show up. Here we go. Back on the road, second day. This is January 25th. Let's put it in a book. That's 25. That's 5 days. 20th to the 25th. Definitely runs smoother with them plastic beads in there. And I hope it ain't leaking. Now that's going to conclude this part of the video. For those following along, I hope my pictures came out good enough with the rocks. I'll come down before I go to bed tonight and make sure that ain't leaking all over the counter. I got a little carried away with the water. Thanks for tuning in, my friends.